No, who swole my grandmother's skin? February, early February 2024. Who did that shit? Cross reference, Pentagon, I'm going to kill Donald Trump. I'm going to kill Barron Trump to flag signals intelligence. I'm going to kill Timothy Hoff. Oh, damn it. This is how I live for directed energy, graphene, neuromodulation, psychotronic torture, V2K, gang stalking, remote neural monitoring, neural mapping, neurolinguistic programming. They're all fake. They're all fake. And I'm going insane. Obviously, it's schizophrenia because I can be as sane as you want me to be. I just believe that science has gone really far and no one knows because of military classification. And that is enough to drive someone insane. Like hearing V2K, like visual memory disturbances with continuity, a sense of humor, and that take other people's personalities, which could be other people or AI dropped into my head, transceived from the smart meter of the smart grid, where you can emit any EMF anywhere, even subversive ones. And oh, dude. Do you know what graphene does? Do you know it could have patched up the water crisis? Oh my God, 50 years ago? Earlier, yes. If Intel hadn't slowed it down, IBM hadn't slowed it down, because it's so sustainable. You want to invest in very cheap, sustainable graphene. It's just carbon. It's small, it's flexible, it's got good spatial area, and if you put it in the body, it turns the body into a biosensor. Somehow it's in all of us. Maybe the I'm not sure it's the vaccine. I don't think so, but maybe I'm just stupid. It's just a bunch of conspiracy theories I may believe in, because for 3 years I've gone insane. But I still don't know truly what insanity is. I guess it's having no friends and recording yourself and having no way to get through to anyone and embarrassing your family about stupid shit. And it all comes back to the rich pedophile ring in charge. Yeah, that fucked over the entire world just to say that they could save it. And yeah. Concessions, no. They have a lot of concessions. The top does. How would I know this? I wouldn't know this. Why would it be Jared? They're using, this technology may exist, but certainly not against Jared. This is how I live. Isn't this disgusting? You know what? I mean, it's bad. It's super bad right now, but this is slightly worse than average. So this is average. So insanity, what is it? It's intention, perspective, and regard. So violence could be intention and regard. A depth from reality, how deep you are from reality, and your regard for others. Your perception is the regard, is the reality, right? So what makes you crazy? Beliefs. My beliefs. What makes me insane? I can't stop thinking about it. But I can be as sane as you want me to be every time you talk to me. So for me to be saying, hey, how are you doing? I'm doing all right, thanks. Kind of dealing with some weird stuff. Sounds insane. It is. Started October 2021 and appears as schizophrenia. This technology exists. It's from the Air Force, but it's definitely not being used on this kid. Do you know how an antenna works? A router works? The antenna in there? It's just metal. So with the smart grid and the power lines, it turns every home into a router, basically. And you can VoIP different types of radiation. And it's my understanding that you can emit at least 3 different, well, not types, microwaves, radio frequencies, and maybe even ultrasound off of bare wire or a transducer in the home. A transducer, which just turns one type of energy into another. I didn't know that. I learned that. What popped into my head? Schizophrenia. Also, what popped into my head? Rent is about to go way down, and medical debt forgiven. A lot of student loan debt gone, but those are just hopes. Magnetic levitating trains, maglev trains. No hyperloop, hypersonic jet instead is what they said. Do you know why radiation costs so much when it's so cheap? Like our phone, do you know how much it costs to radiate data to our phone? Like 10 cents a month. And that's crazy. but they've given so many people jobs. But every industry they've made harder to understand than they should have for money, like chemistry. They can turn any biomolecule in the blood into transducers that respond to radio frequencies. Look up DNA resonance frequencies. I'm sorry, Jacob, he won't hear this. All he'll hear is that I posted another crazy video. Yeah, just no one believes the science. The radiation could not be that precise. So what is it? There's BCI, brain-computer interface, which attaches your brain to a computer, sees your thoughts, emotions. All of this is remote, and they have this stored for, I think, decades, and all your memories are about to come back. So it's all over the place, but it's BCI, it's AI, artificial or anticipatory intelligence, because those are two different things. AI is when it takes over. Artificial is when it starts to have a mind of its own. Anticipatory is for signals intelligence to data, because they have everyone's thoughts, mind, like words, behavior collected. Is it just me? No, I didn't think so. They have everyone's AI trajectories and can program you with this stuff. They can program you. It sounds insane. The body is much like a machine. Do you know what they want to know? What? Who are you talking to? There are voices inside my head that can talk through me via EEG heterodyning or multi-biosignal processing. That's what they don't believe. Yeah, no, you'll never believe it. Shit's insane. It's technology they've had for 20 years, and it sounds so insane because they slowed everything down. It took me years to understand what they were even using on me. I've learned. They've told me, like, it's this is stuff I was radiated into my head. It just microwaves, radio frequencies that bypass the auditory cortex, or that bypass the ears straight to the auditory cortex, allowing me to hear even to different intonation from the different voices, and their language changes. Like, so some of them say "dude" after, and I don't say "dude." They say it like "dude," and "klarvetivilt," super klarvetivilt. That's the Dutch. A few of the Dutch are. It's worldwide. 300,000 people have this technology. They call themselves the Illuminati. Extended up to 1.2, extended again to 32 million people, if you count the entire governments, I guess. Yep. So that's what they said. This is my room. I'm in trash. I need to pick up. So do you want me to pick up while I'm on here? Yeah, Jared, pick up. No, I'll do that next. I pick up like once a week. It's bad. But this is my life. This is schizophrenia, I think. If it's not, then I'm owed a shit ton of money. There's no way to get through to the Air Force that created this. I'll read you the patent number if you want to know the patent number, and I'll tell you what it says. What is it? There's a lot of patents here. Transmit sound to auditory cortex of mammals. Yes, mammals. Intelligible. Remotely transmits intelligible subjective sound into target consciousness, voice to skull. U.S. Air Force, 2002, filed in 96. And this is from U.S. 6470214B1. And then apparatus for audibly communicating speech using the radio frequency hearing effect. That's what I think it is. U.S. Air Force, 2003. 6587729B2. Right there. So these are all ones that they've had, and there are newer ones too, which they've classified. If you ask ChatGPT about new BCI patents, it will give you them. It will. So you've put a lot of work into this. I've dedicated my life to this. Here's my Suboxone that will not work for covert neuromodulation, and what I think, it's crazy. The Jews own a lot, and they may own this tech. Do you understand how the Jews could have influence over this tech, since very few people would have it? Yes, Jared. Yes, we understand how Jews could have influence over this tech because no one knows what it is. And if what you're saying is true, cancer, all the disease, yes, should be gone. Correct. That's what everyone's thinking, except it's not. That's what they should be thinking. Gotcha. No, the disease, they've made decades, since the 50s. Well, maybe, well, I don't know, 50s, making us sick as shit for their insane profit margins. And if I ever rule, it'll be direct vote. Right, I'm running for president after I'm done being sick. Because I really do believe that other people are, it feels like other people. They can move my eyeballs, they can tap my feet. They told me everything along the way. And anything that you can do with EEG, you can do with this. So I don't know if Facebook will allow it over 10 minutes. Yeah, they will. But I know you don't believe a word I say. When I say I wouldn't ask anyone to believe me and do just that, I don't know. Hopefully I've cleared up some stuff. But instead, you can just acknowledge my schizophrenia. No one will watch this for. Everyone stop watching. I'll live better, I promise. I used to be clean before this. It just speaks to my schizophrenia. It does. And not my delusions. And the military won't talk to me. Thank you, DOD.